were dressed. That's how he wakes me up.
What? You gonna show that?
Terabyte Daily Vlogs. Good morning, guys. So I said we were gonna put a computer together last night, but we went to sleep. I got really super sleepy around like 11, which is like not usual for us, but you know what? I took it and I went to sleep. We're here doing this now. We'll get right back to you. Here's the inside of the empty computer case.
Where are we gonna keep all of our screws?
We're gonna need a little bowl to keep all of our screws in.
We don't need a bowl. It's a hard drive.
We're gonna need the hard drive and the CD-ROM first because we always do that last and then realize that it is a big pain in the butt when we already have the motherboard in.
It's a solid state drive, not a hard drive.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I said hard drive.
Hey, why am I speaking in Melv speak and you're speaking?
CD-ROM. You don't sound like Melvin. You sound like
I sound like Myrtle, okay? That's my Myrtle voice. I don't know how to sound like a nerd, I'm sorry.
It's the motherboard. What's this? It's the thermal paste. Oh, we should put these in too.
If you're wondering whose computer this is, it's DJ's dad's new computer.
It's gonna be slightly better than ours in some aspects.
Really?
Just because
Wait, what's
technology
that?
has changed. So this is the power supply.
Oh, well, put it down there. This table's getting full. Let's get to work.
I
You need to go get the case for that.
a rack for this.
Go get it. Now, what about this stuff? What's that? So you got the little rack? You got a small or a big rack? Is it a small or a big rack?
What kind of question is that?
I went in the gutter. I guess your mind's not in the gutter today. Good job, BB.
Is this not gonna work?
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera off for a second.
So basically the hard drive, or solid state drive, since it's too small, is going to go in this little tray. And normally what you do for a hard drive is you just like stick this in the holes, I guess. So I'm assuming how this works. And it's kind of just like hold it there so it stays. And then you push it down into one of the creases until it snaps.
And it
And
snaps
then
into these
it's
little...
nice and sturdy. You don't have to like
Snap
screw it
right
in
there.
or anything. So that's pretty cool. But first we have to put the hard drive on the tray for it to actually be what we want it to do.
Do you need my handy dandy
I meant to
nail
say-
work?
I just said hard drive, I meant to say solid state drive.
Looks like you got
This
it.
is a Samsung SSD 840 Pro Series. Had a really good rating. It's new. It's kind of bleeding edge. Where is it? Wow,
Where is
it's
it?
tiny. Whoa. This is smaller than usual. It screws onto the bottom. Okay, so we have to screw this in. I haven't made a computer since I made my last computer.
Yeah?
So I just snapped this in and it's already screwed in, so we're good to go. Good to go. For this Antec case, it's really easy. This is an LG Blu-ray disc burner rewriter. This is kind of cool. When I push the CD drive into the bay, it's gonna hit this thing, which pops those out, and those things go into the screw holes. So it's automatic clasp. It should eventually hit that.
And then that goes in.
Oh, so it's snapped in now. Cool. Sticks out a little bit, but that's gonna be just enough for this. This just pops right out. That is back on. Wait. Let's do the fans.
Oh yeah, the fans. I'm a big fan of that.
I don't think we need this thing, but I'll leave it on there just in case. And then once I'm putting the screws in, what I'm doing is I'm just putting it in until it grabs, so it's not tight, it's just touching. And then once I get to that point in all the screws, then I go in and I tighten it at angles, so I go like one turn there, one turn that side, then I do the other corner, one turn there, and one turn on that side, then I do it back like one more time just in case.
Okay,
And I
professional screwer. Oh man, that was not the right name to call you.
I could be wrong, but I think because this bends a little bit, I think that makes it shock absorbed, so because there's moving parts in it, so it has to be shocked. That makes it nice and tight. See. Alright, so now I'm going to put this back on, but what I want you guys to see is that these fans have the ability, can you see that? LMR, LMH?
No.
Low, medium, high. Well, it says low, medium, high. I could switch it from low to medium, which is in the middle, to high, which is at the end. And that makes it faster. I'm just going to have them both on high. That's what they came as. So I'm both on high, and I'm going to just stick this back on. All you got to do is...
Can I line up these little knobby things?
You just got to latch this side.
Yeah, I know. I was showing them what you're latching. And they lock.
Locks right in. So now, as you can see, it lines up perfectly with this. It's a pretty hard drive.
Hard drive?
Pretty CD-ROM drive. Blu-ray.
Are you okay? Do you need more Thanksgiving food?
I got RAM. This is G.Skill, 16 gigabytes of dual channel RAM. There's two 8 gigabyte sticks. So that's going to go in the computer. And it's an i7 rig with Ivy Bridge i7. That's what this rig is going to have in it. And basically...
That's not the actual motherboard.
What is this?
That's like the stuff that goes to the motherboard. The motherboard's in the box.
Okay. So what we're going to do, I think some people take the motherboard out and like put all the stuff on the motherboard, then put it in the case. But what we've done in the past is put it in the case first. I'm not sure what we should do. I feel weird having it not in the case because I feel like it's not safe. But I don't know. That's pretty, isn't it? This is a Maximus V Extreme motherboard. It's ASUS. It's an ASUS motherboard. And yes, that's how you say it. I feel like I have to verify when I say ASUS because so you don't think I'm crazy because that's actually how you say it. I think it sounds stupid too. Don't worry. How does this come out? This is weird.
Right here.
Intel Ethernet Great Gigabit Network Connectivity. This is a I don't know. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we can do it right here. We can
It's a little dangerous though.
This is a little dangerous. Maybe I could put it right there instead.
Yeah.
Instead of right here. But I mean, if they trust it to sit on this, then I trust it to sit on this.
I'm talking about the stool.
Guys, you always want to make sure that you have your wrist strap connected to a metal object, and then you put it on so it's nice and snug onto your wrist, and that gives you a direct connection to something metal, so that way you don't have any static charge, so when you touch things you don't make the thing explode and combust out of nowhere. Actually, that never really happens, but people like to bitch about it. The only reason that might happen is if we had a rug and we were like creating static electricity or something, but we're not. But I'm gonna do it anyways because if I didn't, someone would give me shit. Be like, you need to make sure you're not statically charged. Alright. I'm having trouble breathing. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna put the RAM in right now. I don't care. And the recommended configuration for this RAM to have dual channel is to install it in both of the red ones. I'm just going to put it down until it snaps. There we go. There's one. It's weird only one side has this snappy thing. I think usually they both have it. Maybe not. Haven't done this in a while. There it goes. Our RAM is successfully installed to have dual channel configuration. So now
You can't really flail around with that thing on your wrist.
oh, dude, my neck hurts just from looking down. Okay, so I guess we're gonna put the motherboard in the case first, and then we're gonna put the CPU and the cooler, which is right here, on top of there. And I might need to watch the video of us installing that to remember how to use it. Do you remember how to do it? Because we did a tutorial on how to do it. That's always the hardest part of installing a computer for me. Feels good. It feels so good. Where are you?
Show them what I look like right now. I have the camera sitting right here.
Why'd you go over there?
Doesn't sound too good.
Oh, sweet liberty. Oh, sweet sunshine. You always end up on a different side of me. Is that a yoga move? Because it feels really good.
Oh my god, we're not being very productive right now. We got a lot of stuff to do. Let's do this.
It feels so red now.
Okay, then let's do yoga.
Oh. Every time I look down at the motherboard, I just want to go like this again.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous.
I set the little gold things in there, as you can see. And those little gold things line up with the holes in the motherboard, so I could screw the motherboard into the case. And I also put this thing on here, over here. So everything lines up with the holes correctly. He has the Thunderbolt port. Well, would you look at that? Thunderbolt has made it to PC. I didn't even know that. No, I'm just kidding. I knew he doesn't have a Thunderbolt port. Okay, so I need some screws. Dude, something I ate is giving me really bad allergies. Alright, so I'm gonna need you to screw the first one in.
What?
Do that way.
Where is it?
That hole.
Oh.
You gotta touch metal, Beebs. Touch metal! Why don't we have a...
Magnetic?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I guess magnetic.
Would you not want that on here?
I've used it before and didn't have any problems. I think it's just all stuff people like to bitch about. So I've never had any issues with static electricity or magnets. But I don't want to be the person to tell people to do that. Then I can see them getting a dead on arrival thing and then being like, oh, DJ told me that static electricity wasn't a problem. But really, it was just because they got it dead on arrival. So I'm going to play it safe. Skip some steps since we talked to you, because we actually called my sister and talked to her for a while. We had an idea for a channel, which I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get a video up this Saturday for her, by the way, but we're going to try. But anyways, we put the power supply in with the fan facing downward because there's an area right here for it to circulate air outside, so the air doesn't need to go in the actual chassis. One of the screws won't plug in and won't work back here, though, for some reason. But we only need 3, I guess. I'm not sure. I feel like that happened to us before. And then we plugged in this and that, and we went through the back of the case. So we have good cable management, which is another thing people give me shit about when I make computers and record it. But also another thing I think means absolutely nothing, especially when you have a good CPU fan and good airflow from fans in the front and stuff. Because I mean, like, the cables aren't really like getting in the way. And plus, this front area has filters for dust, so the dust doesn't really build up at all. In this case, only just a little. In this case, there's not really any dust. I really don't think cable management means anything. And there's been tests that prove that like a case with bad cable management and good airflow is no different than a case with good cable management and good airflow. But if there's bad airflow, then you have to have good cable management to make sure the air is going through. But I'm doing it anyways just because this is an expensive computer, and I don't know. I haven't had any problems with my computer, and there's cables freaking everywhere. So, and my mom's computer too. I think we showed the building of that too. Why am I holding this now? I'm done talking. As
soon as we get this computer done, which it is almost done, I'm gonna do the vlog, and then I gotta work on my project, my interface for my Flash class. It's due on Wednesday. I need to do it. We have to start working on our little sponsorship opportunity we talked about, and right now, DJ is actually Instagramming a picture of this particular plug. That particular plug over there in the corner with the four prong or whatever. Can't find a cable like that. We're assuming that we have to use like one of these and just have like 2 of them hang off or something. I don't even know. But he's tweeting about it to ask, I guess. What are you saying? I mean, by the time you see this, we'll probably already have it figured out, so you don't have to tell us, but...
So we realized that the 4-pin connector that's there is only there to ensure that there's enough voltage
power for overclocking.
For overclocking the CPU. And that's not what we're going to do with this computer. Well, it's not, at least it's not a priority. Even though I got a really nice motherboard, I'm not going to use this fan. This is the Core i7 CPU. Because that side has 2 notches. That side has 1 notch. That side has 2 notches. I'm scared. I hate doing this.
So, now are you going to put the thermal paste on?
Yep. What did we find out was the best last time? 1 dot?
The more thermal paste there was, the worse.
Higher the temperatures were.
Yeah. higher than.
Wait, we're not even ready for this yet. We don't have the freaking.
Oh yeah, we don't have the fan. What are we doing? Well, the fan's right here.
You got me all excited. I was about to put one dot on there.
Well, this is the fan. I'm a fan of this fan. Not really, because it's huge.
You used this fan last time,
I don't know how to get it out of there.
Alright, so since we have a LJ1155, these screws for the back plate need to go in the middle. If you...
There's 3 holes.
I would show you, but I don't want to take it out. It says ABC, and B is in the middle, and one of them's A and one of them's C. And B is what you need for 115 and 1156. 1155, 1156. It doesn't say in the instructions what to do for 1155, but it should be the same. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, see, it says ABC. A is 1366. B is 1156 and C is 775. And 1156 is the same as 1155. So that's that. And then these little notches right here need to line up with the screws on your back plate in order to go all the way down. See, it fits right in there like a puzzle. Now we do.
Now we have to flip it over and put these things on it.
Alright, so what we probably should have done is did this before we put the motherboard into the computer. But it's too late for that, so we're doing it a little bit differently. I have to hold this on here, otherwise it would fall. So I'm holding it on there. I'm holding each screw with my fingers. And normally it would just sit on the ground like that, and gravity would hold it there. But gravity is against us right now, so I'm holding it there. Because if we were to lay this case down, it would just fall off. So
holding it, right? I'm
holding it, and Sabrina put those 2 things on there. And we have it in the right way in order for the fan to be blowing air out the case. And
keep holding it, I'm not tightening him.
I'm holding it. Wait, hold on, let me hold that screw. There you go. And Sabrina is put the brackets on, and now she's screwing the brackets down. And after she does that, I don't need to hold it anymore. Make sure to do it in a diagonal fashion, Beebs.
I did, but these are not with that.
That's true. You don't need to. Because they're not connected.
I started putting them on that way, and I was like, why am I doing that? They're not connected.
It's a habit.
Okay.
Nice and tight?
I mean, I didn't make it too tight. You can check
I'll tighten it.
I just didn't want to, like, strip it or anything.
Alright, so now it's off. By the way, we had to take this thing. This thing was connected to it. We had to take this off in order for it to sit on there correctly. I mean, I didn't show you that. I just forgot to...
This is for a certain motherboard.
Yeah, it's for 775, I think. So,
feels funny.
Take that off for 1155 and 1156. So for this fan, in order to screw this down, because I have to screw these at some point, once I get it on there, to screw it into the motherboard, I have to take this fan off in order for it to reach. So you just grab it with your fingers like this. I remember doing this. You pull, and then you go out. And that's how it snaps on there. So now I can reach those screws if I wanted to, as you can see.
We have to put the thermal paste on. Then we have to fasten the heatsink, and you have to take this thing off the bottom of it first, obviously. Then you have to screw it down.
Here you go. I'm just going to put a little dot right in the center. Oop. I feel like that's perfect. I don't know why. I feel good about that. It's kind of like a little... kind of like a double Hershey's Kiss. Maybe a little bit too much, but I think it's fine.
I think it's supposed to be a smaller dot than that.
I swear, it feels like it's not coming out, and then once it does come out, it like shoots. Should I take some of it off?
It's probably fine.
This happened last time too. I was like, it's too much. It's probably fine.
It's fine. All right, next.
Next time. So let's double check. Okay, airflow is that way. So we do it like this. Now I got this handy dandy screw hole thingy.
It's like they look like New York right now.
If it's lined up,
like
it should.
Skyscrapers. Alright, so we're pretty much done. We're just finishing up installing the fan, plugging in all the fans, and then we'll be done. I'm going to end the vlog here because I have to edit this soon. I'll just see you guys tomorrow. Do you have a good this or that question?
AMD or Intel?
Okay.
Or AMD and NVIDIA. I'm pretty sure AMD owns ATI now, so it's not ATI anymore.
Such a nerdy this or that, but we'll see how many of you can answer. See you tomorrow.
not your fault. His lies won't help. It doesn't surprise me. The situation is out of control. It's not your fault. His lies won't help. It doesn't surprise me. It's unpredictable.